Kevin wakes up with a sparkle in his eyes, because today's the day he's been eagerly waiting for. Kevin's heart has always yearned for exciting adventures, and he's found himself drawn to the mysterious allure of the Stonebrick Caves near his house. Overflowing with pure excitement, Kevin starts packing his gear for his first cave expedition in years. Life took a turn when his mom fell ill and needed medical attention. Kevin worked tirelessly to ensure her safety and proper treatment. As the doctors gave a hopeful nod to his mother's recovery, Kevin felt it was the perfect time to embark on a mini-adventure to the Stonebrick Caves. With his backpack on, Kevin jumps into his car and heads to the caves. When he sees Stonebrick, his grin could light up the whole town. Stonebrick is famous for its huge cave system that stretches for miles. But here's the thing, it's all still a mystery just waiting to be explored. By the cave entrances, he noticed fellow explorers gearing up. And guess what, Kevin found a friend in no time, someone just as excited to explore the caves together.
So David, how long have you been doing this?
Honestly, not too long, and I've never been here before. This is my first time in these caves.
I used to come here as a kid. These caves always made me feel calm and figured I'd give it another shot.
As Kevin and his new friend David enter the eerie depths of the cave, the deeper they go, the more frightening it becomes. Two friends get so caught up in their adventure that they don't realize they're lost in the maze-like caves. At first they remained calm, attempting to find their way. However, as hours slipped away, their efforts proved futile. After many hours of searching, fear and exhaustion set in. Both had only a small amount of food. And unfortunately, they had no means to contact the other groups exploring the caves. David, being less experienced, begins to panic, and Kevin steps in trying to reassure and calm him down. The two friends began searching the caves, desperately seeking the right path. However, they soon realized they had ventured too far into the caves, and there was no coming back. As time went on, their supplies of food and water dwindled, and fear drained their energy. David's panic grew, causing him to disregard Kevin's advice. He consumed food and water rapidly, worsening the situation. By this point, David had eaten all his food and was overwhelmed by fear. Kevin, having a more controlled approach, still had some food left. David's growing paranoia made him eye Kevin's food and drink, even though Kevin generously shared a portion of his own supplies with him. After almost 4 days, their exhaustion grew and their food was nearly gone. David's selfishness escalated into a fight over supplies. Both were suffering. In a terrible moment, David hit Kevin's head with a stone, causing him to fall. Blood covered Kevin's face as David grabbed Kevin's food and water, despite Kevin's pleas not to leave.
David, please don't do this.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I have to.
Gathering Kevin's supplies, David pressed onward into the ominous depths of the cave. Kevin lay on the cave floor, his head throbbing with pain. Days without food and water had drained him of all strength. Alone and fearful, his eyes were slowly closing. Suddenly a beam of light caught his attention. Someone was coming to his rescue.
Don't be afraid, son. I'm here with you.
Beside him was Kevin's mother, holding him tightly. With his eyes closed, Kevin felt incredibly happy knowing his mother was right there with him. Kevin's eyes blinked open, but the intense brightness stung. After a few seconds, his surroundings started to come into focus, a stunning mountain landscape, surrounded by tranquil waters and soft clouds, creating a dreamy paradise. Beside him was his mother, her smile a beacon of love.
Welcome to heaven, my son.
7 days passed, and David remained trapped inside the cave. Suffering, paranoia, and fear clung to him relentlessly. His mind played tricks, conjuring elusive creatures he had never before encountered. Then, in an unexpected instant, David tripped over something and tumbled into a dark tunnel. He fell continuously, his body getting injured as he went. His head struck a stone, and his legs ended up broken. Once he hit the ground, he saw a bright light ahead and felt a surge of happiness. He laughed with joy, then crawled towards the inviting light. The entrance seemed like a mysterious gateway, but without hesitation, David stepped through the towering gates. Feeling excited, David turned back to look at the gate. Suddenly, his smile faded, replaced by a face twisted with terror. The ancient and terrifying gate is covered in skulls. Flames rage all around, casting an eerie glow. It's a sight that's hard to bear, sending shivers down your spine. Suddenly, David heard an evil laugh, and a voice coming from behind.
Finally, you have made it. Welcome to the hell. Wakey, wakey, sunshine. We are just getting started.
No!